I remember one day I had to come down to work, and that was the real struggle in my life because I said we have fear because we did not know what Ebola was. But I remember one time I was on shift and there was a patient brought already dead. And so I remember they drove the taxi toward the ER, and then because the other Ken did not know how to reach our level to explain, to be able to convince Liberians on how, this disease was dangerous, and then he didn't have the know-how to convince this man on leaving the body, and so he called me out. So I don't know whether it was that encounter or it was the piercing of the next patient, because after that encounter, I had another one. He held strong onto me, and that's how he pierced, yes, his nails pierced my skin. But I didn't really take note of that. The plastic apron I had torn partly to where he touched. But because we're trying to still support him, so we were concentrating on having him back in the bed. So after all of the care, it didn't take long, he gave up. And so after we called, and they had prepared the cup and carried it, and then, I started to sweat. And so I started having this burning sensation. So after I took out the apron and everything, and then I realized that I had this deep cut. And so I said, oh. And I told my friends, I said, what do I do? But then, round about this hour, I got real sick. And that's when I called that evening, because I had prepared everything to come to work. And I called to let my workmates know that, I might come to work, but I was very sick. And then it became so terrible that I did not work. So when I came back on Tuesday, because it was the third time that I had come back to the hospital to say that I wasn't feeling fine. And so he said that they shouldn't let me go. They should do a test on me. And so that's how they took my specimen. And then he said they should, isolate me and see if, the result would come, if I was okay, or if I had symptoms, and if my result would be positive, so they can know next what to do. And so they arranged, and that evening I was admitted. And I stayed here for 14 days. The latter part of September, I came back to work. And since then, I've been working. And that helped me a lot to get out of whatever stress and depression I had, even though I still go through symptoms. But I know that it was God who gave me the strength. Because when I recovered, I did not even have my digestion going right. I was not walking right. I still had a lot of pains, but I was able to come back. And then I had this slight lost memory. I forgot a lot, but I was able to come back to work, recover, and now I can work with patients. I write my notes, and I can turn over to other nurses without making mistakes. And so I just want to give God the glory for what He has done, because I know that He kept me and He has made me far better than what I was even before I contracted Ebola.